okay, every businesses, you don't expect that the business will forever, you don't expect the business will be forever. The reason is very simple. You see, first and foremost, environment change. Things change. Government also change, right? Consumer behavior change. Technology change. You see, to me, my guiding principle is the moment consumer behavior change, your business also need to change, because 人一 change, there's always a danger and opportunity. The danger is you might lose your business. Digital camera, what happened to Kodak, right? And the good news is when consumer change, there's also a lot of opportunity. So never worry about something happen, you look at the negative side. There's always two sides of the coin. I always believe danger always comes with opportunity. So like Rina asked, in future, is iPay going to just stick to the digital payment? The answer is no. To tell you, right, our future business is always our customer base. We want to sell anything to our customer base. This is what people like Grabs are doing. They call it super apps. Now, as long as you got the base, human being一定愛spending㗎嘛，啱冇先？ So like us, we are always very dependent on technology. That's why personally, people like us, we continue to keep track technology. Now, one of the biggest technology that you must not miss is 5G. Because the speed changed a lot of things. Do you believe not this can be history? Do you think you will carry phone for life? Why do you need this phone? You say, oh, I want to communicate to somebody, right? You see Star Wars, how people communicate in Star Wars? Did they use phone and call? The hologram came out, right? I can see Rachel here. Virtual Rachel, face to face. Now, all these things can happen only if the speed of your data speed transmission. You heard of what is this word called? What transport? Where you use Star Wars, now you want to go to London, you enter a tube. A teleporting. Technically, teleporting is possible one. Why? She's from Huawei. You ask her. Huawei is the 5G leader. Hey, Huawei got one innovation center. You should go and visit. Innovation center. It's not open for individual, right? Open for company. Maybe certain company you arrange, then can go and visit. You see, our human being, we are made of what? Eventually, all cell, you cut small. You study science, right? At the end of the day, every cell, what is the smallest particle of the cell? Is what? Atom, smaller than atom. Atom got nucleus, proton and electron, right? So basically, our whole body, now technology is so powerful, they know your whole body, how to reconstruct. It's all positive, negative only. I think the only thing that human being cannot do teleporting now is how to kickstart your heart. In future, it might. Next time, with all this nanotechnology and all this, you see, we can grow our own body parts already. So that's how powerful technology. So you don't think certain business will last forever. Never. You must continue to innovate. That's why sometimes you must, if you are an entrepreneur, you must do a lot of networking. You must learn, continue to learn. Attending seminar or attending exhibition, it's very important. You don't think that, this is nothing related to you. Sometimes when you go there, you only need to pick up one particular technology that interests you. And that particular technology can be your game changer. You see, like myself, I love networking one. And I always ask questions, like Lina, she's an investor. So I always ask, why you look into this business? Why? Ask the 5W and 1H. You won't miss anything. What lah, why lah, when you invest lah, who you invest lah, and how you invest lah. So that's very important, right? So eventually, iPay will be a super app. And next time, I don't need merchant to accept iPay. The user will use iPay to pay the merchant. So next time you go to you go to the shop, okay? In future, you will say, I want to pay using iPay. You see, I always believe being an entrepreneur has his journey one. When you are a startup, entrepreneur is tech. You are the office boy, you are the manager, you are everything. Coolie, everything. Then when your business grow, you enter different phase, right? Once, if let's say you are a public listed company, you are entering another phase. So when you reach that stage, to me, the company have to manage my profession. Now, what's important to me as an entrepreneur is I must make sure the culture of this company represent my legacy. You understand? You see, I always, my style is I always talk to anybody one. My door never lock one. Even the tea lady also come and see me one. I want this kind of culture. I like the big family culture. So it's very important for you, for me, the next stage, make sure the culture, the principle of the founder. You see, we are very proud of our brand name, iPay. When NTT acquired 51% of iPay in Malaysia, one of the conditions is cannot change the brand name. All right? Otherwise, it become NTT Pay already. And so on and so forth. So to me, the culture and the founder philosophy is very, very important. That's why now I spend a lot of time coaching my staff. Is telling them know what I wish to have. And I always say, passing on your knowledge is also very important. The day I got one head of marketing is Amor from Lithuania. You know, Amor do things, they are very objective. They do their job. They are also not busybody, those kind of things. I said, look, sometimes I say, look, you are the big brother to certain department, right? So you must, even though it's not related to you, but being a big brother, you must guide your smaller brother, those kind of things. So I spend a lot of time coaching my staff, especially the head of department. My belief, my thought. I believe if all my head of department think like the founder, how can the company not doing well? Simple as that. That's why I always like to join their meeting, or many times I just sit next to them. My office is very open. Even C-level also sit outside. No bigger table. They are only myself got my room also very small only. I think my room is this size only. This size. So only the three founders of myself, Mr. Chong, Mr. Lim, then the CTO, CFO. CFO need because of course legal because all these legal documents and so on and so forth. The rest are all marketing, risk, operation, all this. Right. So and I like to join their meeting. And I love to join their brainstorming, right? I'm very good in coming up ideas, but my ideas I need trigger somebody to trigger me. You see not? You see people like us, we got a lot of experience. 我哋睇好多嘢 but it's all stored inside. You don't expect oh this one I can. I join those brainstorming is. Sometimes people will ask stupid questions. That stupid question actually trigger me. There are many times they are brainstorming for something. After 2 hours, no solution. Then I go there and see. Okay, this. Then one just casually mention one word. Then it trigger me. Hey, why not like this? You see, so all this culture thing, your legacy thing, you have to 親手親力親為go down one. You must train them like a student, right? Of course, now I spend more time with head of department. Malaysia, we got 300 staff. Okay, when the organization grow, sad to say, a lot of new staff, I really don't know. And I told the HR, make sure all these new staff are introduced to myself. But MCO, now we still work from home. So I always like interaction. I never believe in working from home, but because the SOP have to work from home, then we have to work from home, right? Any other question? You see, another thing that you have to pick up as an entrepreneur is every staff have their own strengths and weaknesses. You have to recognize this. You must try to identify their strength and explain to them, hey, actually, you are very good in this, right? You must compliment them and you also must hantam them, you know? Otherwise, you compliment, then they think they're very good. I take time to explain to them. Actually, especially if they make a mistake, very seldom I scold people. If you see I shout at people, I think I've been doing business for more than 20 years. I think I hardly shout more than 10 times. The one that I shout sure something very big thing happen. Like for example, you make the company loss, let's say 1 million. Angry or not? Sure angry. And it's a damn bloody mistakes, silly mistakes. So all it takes is you must take time to explain, their strength and show them their weaknesses. And then that's where your culture, your legacy comes in. Then you say, look, if I were you, that's me, I'm going to do like this. Why? No, always tell them, explain to them. And I always, when I want to train people, I always give them 3 chances. First time, I really explain. Second time, it's more like a reminder. Third time is like, hey, brother, one more time mistake, let me explain again, this, your strength is like this, you must focus. You see, first time is treat them like baby. Second time is always reminder. So I enjoy doing all this, and I love to draw one. Now presentation, if can, give me a big whiteboard. I can draw. Now drawing is a skill. I come to a stage where when I draw, once I complete my discussion, you will see the drawing very perfect. I use all the space here, those kind of things. So, and these are the things that I train my people. That's why all my direct report to me, all those heads, they start to draw. To me, it's very simple. If you can draw, if people can visualize, see what you draw, they will know whether you know what the subject matter, right? So that's how I actually pass on all this to see whether my culture being followed. You see, like to me, certain principle, especially on culture and legacy one. If anybody make that mistake that divert my culture legacy thing, I will make sure spend time or call for a meeting, involve the whole department to explain. That's very important. At the end of the day, is how you communicate and train them, right? To me, I always practice open communication. I said, talk to me. In fact, I tell staff, now my staff, if they want to resign, they tell me in advance. Boss, I'm thinking 12 months, I'm going to do this. I say, it's very good, you tell me. At least I know how to plan for you, right? Some will say, hey, Mr. Chan, I feel like doing business. I say, very good. Now I know you want to do business, and I know your strength, and if you can share what are the business you want to do, maybe I got opportunity for you. But you must be sincere. You don't just talk, but never do. Then people tai chin. You must be very sincere. That's why all my staff would tell me in advance. Then I said, look, this is good. Since you want to do business, I will treat you like an entrepreneur. So this project, my head of sales said want to do business. You know how I trained him when he told me he want to do business? Every project, I ask him, where is the bottom line and the top and the bottom line? Entrepreneur 最重要係咩？搵錢嘛。Where's the revenue? Simple. This business plan, if you were to put in money, would you execute? That time, with due respect, I F him, I said, are you sure you are an entrepreneur quality? You don't even care about bottom line. You understand? Training is different. That's why people appreciate this. You know what is my dream, after I retire? What I really want is, when I retire, all my friends, if I call them for a drink, they will come out. No matter how busy they are. And that is what I want. That's why a lot of people say that, hey, I'm very friendly. I'm friendly to everybody. To me, this is my legacy. Do I really care? People say, wow, gala, all this. How can this guy always very friendly? To me, I don't care. First time I see you, before you come, I talk, and that's me lah. Okay, any other question? If not, I say 放工啊。Actually, success is not just money. To me, success is what now? At this stage, if you ask me, of course, as a startup, success has to be money because it's survival. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that money drives you everything. Sometimes you do business, certain business are for environment, certain business like charity. Don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is, to me, success is you, what you want. To me, success is your legacy, actually. There are people who love building up very fit people, you know, all those sportmen. So to them, success is money and fitness. You understand? It's actually their legacy. To me, success, beside money, is friendship. That's my legacy. Sometimes people ask me, hey, Chan, you seem like you got a lot of time for everybody. I said, it's okay, what? Because I have no personal agenda. Let's say now all of us have a drink, 咪一齊飲啦。So you see, so you define success. Success can be all your staff very healthy, make money and your staff very healthy. Sometimes there are company, they just want to make enough, but they want their staff to be happy. There are also company like this. So you define your success. Any other question? Okay, let me tell you, you must remember this only. 5G talking about what? Speed and what? Bandwidth means what? Capacity. That means capacity over time, that. So when speed is beyond 100 megabyte per second, actually you see your CPU interact with all the I/O inside. The speed is 100 meg is real time already. Very important. Now 5G is beyond 100 meg. When it is beyond 100 meg, what happens is you don't need a physical phone to process. It's all in the cloud. So if everything in the cloud, then human being will be very simplicity comes in. Simplicity comes in because the processing is in the cloud. They all, like now, if I want to make payment, I need to take out my card. You see, then inside got different credit card, right? But the moment you walk in, people already recognize your name. Let's say you walk in, oh, Mr. Chan, welcome to Kanyin publication. That means the system in the cloud already knows who you are. If the system knows who you are, can you pair your credit card with your identity? No? Okay, like this card, what is this card? This card is actually your identity that you own this credit card. Do I need a card to show that I have an Amex? The moment camera can identify me, do you need this card? So the 5G, because of speed and capacity, a lot of gadgets will be disappear. I don't carry handphone anymore. Like the screen in the end that I mentioned to you. Do you need to carry a notebook now, in future? You see, why without 5G, screen in the air is not popular. You type A, you wait for a few seconds, then it come out. It's meaningless, right? Now you type, it's exactly real time. Screen in the air is not a new technology. The one that you see, the scientific one, then zoom the screen. Then you want bigger screen, you want smaller screen, So would you carry a notebook? You don't need, maybe, next time your future, your glasses, projector 嚟咗 screen 嘅。How big you want the screen? You want to watch movie also, no problem. Because the processing is all in the cloud. Because of the speed, there's no lagging. They明白喎 Why all this DVD gone? Now you see live Netflix all this, 邊度有 lagging 嘅 Would you still buy DVD, CD to watch your movie? No, right? So the 5G changed our life. The 5G even changed how we drive our car. Next time, no driver, confirm one. You know the autonomous driving? If the robot or the cloud will drive, it's even safer than man. Do you know that? Because computer never fail one. Computer very sharp one. You see, 10 years ago, or 5-6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, when I watched the National Geography, the camera can detect handwriting. You know how powerful is that? And that is the fundamental of autonomous driving. Why? Because our road sign and the alphabet different, and the camera is very sharp. If it is 100 feet, means 100 feet. Our human eyes are not necessarily can see 100 feet sharp. And their radars, their sensor, computer, if it is 180 degrees, it's 180 degrees. Human being have to turn like this, turn like that. Okay, so with 5G, a lot of things will change. Okay. In future, people won't own anything, including house. In future, what people want? Why you stay in a house? Why you renovate? After some time, why you change your furniture? What you want is actually lifestyle. Do you really want to own a condo? So in future, you actually lease a lifestyle. Let's say next 2 years, I want to live in a Japanese. When I come home, it's like Japanese, everything Japanese. You want this kind of lifestyle, right? So after 2 years, maybe you want to live in a Spanish environment, those kind of things. Same goes to car. Do you forever want to drive a Ferrari? Sometimes you also don't mind a Porsche, right? Sometimes you see different car have different feature and function. Do you want to stick to one? Certain occasion you want an SUV. So do you want to own a car? In future, you don't even drive. So in future, you own nothing. But you enjoy, especially now millennials, the young generation, they will spend for lifestyle. Okay, any other things? Okay, to me, of course, financial is important, right? Like myself, why it's like my energy continue to have energy to build iPay, right? Because I have my goal set very clear, right? Earning some, how much money, for me, I know how much I want. That's one thing. Second thing is, I want to leave my legacy in education, right? So I also pledged Kanyin, you know. I scolded Kanyin, now I have to thank Kanyin. Because of that, she actually showed me the way, right? So I pledged X amount of money for education. So you must have this kind of goal in your life. Otherwise, you have no motivation, and then when you see problem, oh, you give up. If one day you want to see that, oh, you want all your brothers, sisters to be highly educated, right? Maybe they are not born smart or whatever, but with money, they can at least go to any colleges, right? At least the private colleges and so forth. So that becomes your motivation to earn those kind of money for your brother, for your sister, for your community. So my sharing to you is, you must see your goal so clear. This is what you want to achieve. So next thing is how to see your goal so clear. Do you sit down? Do you write it down? After you write down, did you embrace your goal, or do you leave your goal? Let's say now you want to drive a Ferrari. Have you ever go to the Ferrari showroom and sit inside the Ferrari? You might say, oh, 冇意思, right? Tell the salesperson, I'm going to buy this Ferrari. But I come back in 5 years. Hey, I'm here to buy your Ferrari. You better treat me well. No? Wow, they treat me well. Now, sir, when can I sign? Oh, I haven't finished. I come back 5 years to pay you the deposit. The moment you embrace it, the moment you sit in, you see, like, last time I always ask myself, why my mom can't even afford a flat? Can't even afford a flat. So when I put down my goal, I want to live in a bungalow. You know how I live my goal? I go to all those country heights, mines, especially they are doing renovation. You walk in, sometimes they thought you are the boss, the contractor. So I said, wow. Then I see, wow, rich people live like that one. No, those kind of things. This is what I said, you must live with your goal. Then, when you face any problem, challenges, your goal is so clear. So clear. What is this problem? In life, there are 2 things you cannot solve. What is that? No. The one can solve. 2 things you cannot solve. One is death. Second, income tax. Correct? Right? So other than that, tell me which problem cannot be solved. Unless it's life and death or income tax. Because income tax, 冇得傾㗎嘛. But even now also 有得傾嘛. Okay? So, okay, I give you another example. Let's say your mother. Your mother need a surgery and cost you 10,000 ringgit. And he only got 6 hours to live. If you don't have the 10,000, she's going to die. Do you think you can raise the 10,000? For sure you can raise the 10,000, right? You see, when you talk to your friend, the way you talk also, people will give you the money. Why? Because your mother going to die in 6 hours. So same thing, if your goal is so clear with the time frame, when you face problem, is that a problem? You see my point? I hope I answer your question. Hey, last time, I always go to Mercedes showroom. All the new model, I go on. But you wear a bit nice so that people see this one can afford But now I different already. I go to Mercedes, I wear slipper. Okay, any other thing? That's why I said don't follow my success. You must learn how I solve problem. Maybe distribution is not my business, right? Because I'm a person, when I work very hard. I deliver result. That business, to me, I put all my effort inside. I put my heart, my soul. You just terminate me, it's like you are taking my life away. There are also people who say it's part of the journey, and they are expecting to be terminated. So you continue to take new products. So it doesn't mean that it has to be. Of course, if you control your own brand, it's always better. You see not? Because I'm being terminated, then I set another decision. I don't want to do something that I'm not in control. That's why sometimes when you have problems, it's actually a blessing. Come back to what I said, life in future. Is it fair? If you work very hard, you help a lot of people, you contribute to the society, life will be fair to you. In the later years, you will realize that, why sometimes you're so lucky? People will say, why sometimes you're so lucky? Why you're so lucky? Because they 付出 That's why if you ask me now, I think God is very fair. If you all believe in God. Okay, any other question?
If there is just one more question, would be how do the parallel lines cross? But that I will Google myself. That's the only mystery left.
Parallel line, infinity is cross.
I have to find out. It's just so intriguing.
You know infinity, infinity means very, 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 very far.
In my math, so it's just hard to make.
Okay. Okay, if not, we call it the day. Thank you so much.